Do you find yourself going on valuations and losing the instruction even though you know you could sell that property? Unfortunately, sometimes the best agent doesn't always win and sometimes those instructions will go to other agents. On today's video, we're going to talk you through exactly how to position yourself as the obvious choice for sellers in the local area. We're going to look at the big three categories that all sellers care about and how you can make it so you come on top in all three of them. My name is Chris Webb. I'm the owner of the Estate Agent Consultancy. I've been an estate agent for over 20 years. I now coach the best estate agents in the UK to be the obvious choice for sellers in their local area. If you lost a valuation recently, I feel your frustration. It can be really annoying when you walk out of a front door and think, I've absolutely nailed that, only to either never get a call back or a phone call to say we decided to go with another agent. It can be really frustrating. So let's jump into to make sure this never happens to you again in the future. Now I'm going to start off by stealing an expression from Alex Hormozi, and that is ask questions where people feel stupid saying no. And that is going to be the theme of the entire video today. We're going to be asking questions and putting facts forward to a seller where they will feel stupid saying no to that question. So there's big three categories we're looking to fulfill here. Step number one is money. Now, love it or hate it, money is really important when people are trying to sell their property. They want to get as much money as they possibly can do when they sell their home. The next is time. Can we get them sold quicker? Can we get them in their next home a bit quicker? The less time generally people deal with estate agents and solicitors, the happier they will be. So therefore, can we get them in their next home a bit quicker than the next agent? And the final one is service. That's a 5-star, by the way. Masterpiece of artwork. So therefore, next one is service. Can we provide a better service from start to finish than any other agent in town? These are the big three boxes we are looking to tick with the valuations you go on. So let's divide these up, shall we? Now, the first point of call here is to see there's a difference between features and benefits. So for example, let's go into the money one, and let's say we do professional photographs. That is a camera, in case you're wondering what that's a picture of. So we do professional photographs. And if you spoke to a homeowner and say, yeah, we do professional photographs when we sell our properties, I might go, okay, well, I kind of get it. And it makes the property look a bit prettier online, I suppose, which is kind of quite cool. I guess it helps towards the selling of my property. Whereas you came forward and said, actually, on average, properties with professional photographs get about 2% more than properties that don't have professional photographs. So your home is worth about £500,000, let's say. Therefore, you are going to miss out on about £10,000 if you don't go with an agent with professional photographs. So therefore, what we've done is change that feature, which was the photography, and we've made it into a benefit, or in that situation, actually a loss for the homeowner, because people deal with loss a bit worse than they deal with the gain. Therefore, we've made it why they should care. And the mistake that agents make lots of the time is they turn up and go, we do professional photographs, we do floor plans, we do video tours. And the reality is, unless you break it down about why someone should care about that, chances are they probably don't care. So it's your job as an agent to go, no, this is why you should care that we have a professional sales progressor. This is why you should care that we're going to do a video tour. This is why you should really care that we do professional photographs, because without it, you're going to miss out. So all the features we talk about today are going to fit into 1, 2, or even all 3 of these categories. So for example, if we do professional photographs, for example, I would imagine that the better the property looks online, the more inquiries we'll get off the back of it, therefore more viewings on that home, and chances are we'll find a better buyer in a better position. Is it something to do with service? Not really. It's a good thing to do, but does it improve the service from start to finish from a homeowner? Probably not. So therefore, we can add photography into both of these. There you go. Now we've got 2 terrible cameras. So therefore, we've got photography in both these columns. And now over here, we're thinking it's the 2% going upwards with regard to the monetary side. And in this one, we're going to reduce the time with regard to the time it takes to get that property sold to a fantastic buyer in that position. So there's 2 bits that falls under. Let's pick some other ones here, shall we? So let's go through, and we talked about video tours just now. So let's use that one as an example. So video tour. How does that get me more money for my property? Well, Mrs. Jones, the reason we do video tours on our home is actually on average, you get about 10% more views on your property online. And what that results in is about 6% more leads. So therefore, if we don't have a video tour of your property, we are going to turn our back on 6% of leads on your business. Now, I know you mentioned you want to find that perfect buyer who's in that perfect position, who can afford the most amount of money and fit in with your timescale. They may well come from that 6%. Suddenly, I care, we have video tours. So video tours is going to fall under money and also the time as well it takes. Is it a service thing? Probably not. But that's 6% more leads, thank you very much. We will take that and absolutely run with it. So now let's look at the service side. So at the moment we've got 2 for money and for time as well, but service is looking a bit lonely over this side. So this is basically saying, what can we have put in place to make sure this is the best possible service from start to finish? So first of all, there's things that we can put in place here that will make people understand and know that we are going to produce a brilliant service. So for example, there's going to be no surprises that we put Google reviews in there. Here's our 100 5-star reviews on Google. Great, that's a pretty good place to start. What will also be really good is video testimonials. So therefore, can we get some of your clients on camera to say, working with Chris was amazing, it was great from start to finish, he got me a really good price for my property. That carries a lot of weight with it. So therefore, there's a couple of things we can do for the service. Now let's look at the one that most agents lean on, especially in the self-employed world, and that is being one point of contact. So if we are one point of contact from start to finish, it's fair to say that's a better service. Because instead of phoning up as being the Bob and Margaret and Terry, we phone up and we speak to you. That makes it really easy to keep the service levels nice and high because we don't have to speak to different people. You know exactly what's going on with the property at any one time. But also, this is going to help us in other areas as well. So if we go one point of contact, you might be thinking, Chris, but how does one point of contact help me get a quicker sale on my property? Well, if we had 2 homes that were exactly the same to each other, one of them, the agent knows everything about the property. They know when it was built, they know the local area, they know the cut through to the school, they know about the extension, they know about the planning permission, they know everything. We've got another property which the agent knows nothing. They've literally just been given the keys in their head office and gone, go and do a viewing on that home. Now, which one do you think can get the better buyer, A, financially, but B, aligned with the vendor's expectation with regard to timescale? I think it's fair to say the one point of contact who knows that property inside out is going to be in a better position to get a better buyer who's going to pay more and be in a better timescale as well to fit in with that homeowner. So therefore, one point of contact is our grand slam because it goes across all 3. It will increase the income they'll receive because not only do we know the property inside out, we know the local area, we know the school catchment, for example, we know the shortcuts through to the shops, we know everything about it, and that is me a better position to get the most money out of that buyer. Also, we are one point of contact when it comes to getting that property on the market. So if you say to me today, Chris, can you get my property on the market? Great, we'll get it on by tomorrow. You don't need to wait for 2 weeks for our photographer and this and that. We just get it done straight away. I can record the video tour for the property right now. Let's get it going. So therefore we can get it on the market quicker as well. And outside of that, I know the property inside out so I can find a buyer who is perfectly aligned with your timescale because I know it and I'm not just going to guess it. So therefore, one point of contact hits home across all 3 of these bases, which is why it's a really key one to lean on. Okay, let's do one more because I know you're getting the gist of this already. Let's do that we do longer opening hours. Let's say that we're open from 8 in the morning until 8 at night. Now, please don't ever say you're 24/7. No one's 24/7. Like you sleep at some point, you go to the gym, you have a shower, you are not 24/7. So have a start time, have a finish time. So let's say instead of doing 9 till 5, you do 8 in the morning till 8 at night because it's your business and you're really passionate. So we are 8 to 8. So is that a service point of view? Yep. Because I can call you outside of office hours, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and you're going to answer the phone. Therefore, that's a great service to me. Thank you very much. I will take full advantage of that. Now, let's look at the other 2. How can I decrease the time it takes me to sell my property by you being open for longer hours? So as a snapshot here, when I worked for a large national franchise company, we actually looked at how many inquiries came through outside of office hours. And a huge amount, like over half, came through outside of core office hours. So we're open outside of core office hours, we are going to get more inquiries dealt with for your property. Less things are going to get missed. More inquiries equal more viewings, which equal more offers, therefore more money, and also better chance of getting a buyer in a great position to go forward on your home. So therefore, suddenly, our extended opening hours, 8 till 8, are going to get you more money, get you a buyer a better timescale, and also better service for you as well. So let's put this all together in a nice, tidy package, shall we? So what we've gone through is we've broken down the benefits for each of these features. So we started off by saying, ask questions that people feel stupid saying no. So we put a lot of work on here to see how you can help someone. The 2 stats you should also to go with this is, number 1, your average percentage of asking price, but also your average time to sell. So those two figures are going to help you out massively as well. Let's say, for example, I came forward to you as a seller. Let's go for a real nice grand slam here, shall we? And said, Mrs. Jones, I know I've been to value your property and we valued it at £500,000. Well, there's really great news. We've actually got the highest average percent of asking price achieved in the local area. We actually get 99%, where other agents get 96%. That means at the end of the day, you'll be left with about 3% more. Now, what is 3% of your property? About £500,000. That's about £15,000 you would lose by going with another estate agent. We also have the quickest selling time in town as well. Actually, we'll get you sold 2 weeks quicker, and actually we'll get you into a new home 4 weeks sooner. So that's 4 weeks less you deal with estate agents. Does that all sound pretty good? Sounds pretty good so far. What's also really beneficial is we do professional photographs for your property. Now, the reason we do that is on average, we'll get about 2% more for your property. So this is the reason we get 99% of asking price and other ranges get more like 96% is because of our photography. If you don't have that, you're going to miss out on that money. Also, we're going to do a video tour for your property. And the reason why you should care that we do a video tour is generally on average, we'll get about 6% more leads for your property. Now, it's my job to find that perfect buyer for your home who will pay the absolute top dollar price for it, but also fit in with your timescale as well. And they could well come from those people who view the property on the back of the video tour. So you can see we're putting this together in a package and in a way where the person will feel stupid saying no. Because what we're effectively saying is, would you like to sell for multiple thousands of pounds more than you would do with other agents? Would you like a better service than other agents? And would you like to deal with estate agents and solicitors for a month less than you would do with other agents? I thought so. Now, cards on the table, I am more expensive than other agents in the town. I'm about £1,000 more expensive than other agents you'll deal with today. But actually, at the end of the day, you'll work out about £15,000 to £20,000 better off and have a better service. So you can see we've put that in a way that we've said, would you like tens of thousands of pounds and a better service in this situation? Now, if they were stupid, they'd be like, no, don't worry about it. I'll take less money. Nah, don't worry, I want bad service. And that's fine. If they are those people, no problems at all. You do not want to deal with them. But they come forward and go, actually, I think you're the right fit for me. I'll be like, yeah, no kidding. I'm the right fit for everybody because everybody wants to get as much money as possible. They want to get as sold as quick as possible and get in their new home as soon as possible. And they want the best possible service. And I've got the grand slam across all channels. Okay, so that is a wrap on today's video. So hopefully that's given you a really good idea about how to pitch your services to a seller to make yourself beyond the obvious choice for selling their property. If you want further advice on how to grow your own estate agency business, you can download a free copy of my best-selling book, Your First £100,000 Estate Agency. Just DM us the word book over on Instagram and that'll come straight across to yourself. I'll catch you on the next video.